Holy shit! 10%? Oh no, 8 perception. How am I not hitting him?
See if he had anything worth taking. Hey.
It's an overdue book thing.
Heads up. Grab anything useful. Heads up. Check it out. See if she had anything. See if there's anything there. Look alive.
Oh. Sounds like BOS or my... Look how effective my robot is.
Hey, get that rifle. Over here. Move here. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Look alive. Take that. Heads up. See if he had anything worth taking.
We went to watch this video on stream. I went over an hour of useless facts about Fallout 4. Where is the robot?
That was cool. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Final red now.
This guy has almost a million views, 2 million views on this video.
There is a hidden diner above Diamond City,
Heads up.
just outside the stadium. While this room is hard to get to, it's not impossible,
Go check
with the
that
easiest way to get up to the diner being a jetpack. Once you are in the hidden room, you will see that it used to be occupied, but the settler is no longer with us. Along with a great view, you can find some minor loot up here as well as a mini nuke. I wouldn't mind camping here if I was in the Commonwealth. If you head to the junkyard in the Nuka World DLC for Fallout 4, you can find
find
this one
100%
diner. Your past
pumpkin pie.
experiences might cause you to
Go
walk by
check
every
that
pork
body.
diner you see because you never feel like you're going to get the pie. But this one is different. It has a 100%
Holy shit.
chance of giving you the perfectly preserved pie. Now, you can find some laying around the wasteland, but this one is guaranteed fresh. So whenever you have that itch for a little pre-war snack, now you know where to find it. In Fallout
check
4,
that body.
when wearing a mining helmet, if you try to use the Pip-Boy flashlight, the lamp on the hat will turn on instead. This will give you a front-facing light, like when wearing power armor. Also like power armor helmets, these mining hats can be customized, changing the color of the shown light. If you aren't a fan of the wrist-mounted one, this is an excellent way to get a better flashlight in Fallout 4. This is just a tiny detail that makes the world of Fallout 4 a little more immersive.
Hey.
Fallout 4 is no stranger to cool Easter eggs and secrets. Bethesda even took the time to include a nod to a series the developers are likely pretty fond of. On the outskirts of Bradburton, in the Nuka World DLC, we can find an unlit bonfire with a sword sticking out of it. This, of course, is a reference to the bonfires of the Dark Souls series, complete with Sunshrine. Kindling the fire will net you a handful of stimpaks and ignite the fire. This is a great shout out to a beloved series, and these types of Easter eggs always bring a smile to my face. Shout out to Drog from the Discord for suggesting this. In Fallout 4, you can come across Vault-Tec lunchboxes. These boxes will give you random rewards when you open them. Maybe some Nuka-Cola, or perhaps a dirty mute fruit.
check that
But
body.
one
Damn,
thing
you are
about
so
these
annoying.
treasures seems to go unnoticed by a good amount of people. When the lunchboxes are opened, you can see some crudely drawn faces if you take a look inside. Not too
No,
sure what they're
notice that.
supposed to be or why they're even there, but it's something you could easily miss if you didn't know they were there. And now, you won't be able to not see them. Every fan of the Fallout series is familiar with the Nuka-Cola bottles found all around the wasteland. Oftentimes, they are filled with refreshing Nuka-Cola, the biggest soft drink in the world pre-war in the Fallout universe. I've been asked many times if Nuka-Cola has a canned variant, and the answer is yes. We just don't get to interact with it the same way we get to with the bottles. We know these cans exist because we can see them as debris in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. Whether or not these cans could last the passage of time is up for debate, but something must be up with them as we never find a drinkable canned Nuka-Cola. In Fallout 4, while in Diamond City, one of the places we can visit is the All Faiths Chapel. This is a small gathering place for people of all faiths to relax and spend some time with whatever religion they subscribe to, hence the name. After entering the building and speaking with the pastor, if we sit down on the pew, we will receive the Quiet Reflection perk, which will boost earned experience points by 5% for 8 in-game hours. The perk doesn't stack with Well Rested or Lover's Embrace. Still, it is a nice XP boost for just sitting down in the chapel, and it's always nice to have some quiet reflection. In Fallout 4, one of the tallest buildings in downtown Boston is Mass Fusion, and if we find ourselves on the roof of this majestic skyscraper, there's quite a view to take in. Once you are done soaking in the whole of the Commonwealth from above, there is quite a fun way to get down that I use almost every time I find myself up there. If you have to go to Good Neighbor, it's my favorite way to get there. Simply jump from this corner and you will be hurtling towards the settlement. Before we hit the ground though, the loading screen will act as an amazing net, catching us before we actually hit the ground and causing no damage. In my opinion, this is the absolute best way to enter Good Neighbor. In Fallout 4, we can come across the Museum of Witchcraft. This spooky location houses a Deathclaw and mannequins galore. Looking deeper than that, we can see a small hole in the ceiling on the main floor. Usually, getting up into this space would be impossible. Still, if you have power armor equipped with a jetpack, you can reach this secret area. You can find a couple of random loot stashes, some mentats, and a revolutionary sword that is protruding from the chest of a skeleton. No doubt implying some type of weird ritual went down here at the museum. Fallout 4 is filled with hidden areas like this, some far more rewarding than this. It's just a cool little secret that most players miss. In Fallout 4, we can find many birds throughout the Commonwealth. One fact to note is that some of them are synthetic, and they are watching. These watchers, as the Institute calls them, are scent animals, in this case primarily ravens, that act as security cameras throughout the Commonwealth, which the Railroad and Minutemen are well aware of. You can find display screens in the Institute that will eerily line up with some of the locations we can find birds in the wasteland. This allows the Synth Retention Bureau to monitor the outside, with most people being none the wiser. This is a tremendous small detail in Fallout 4, and it might make you do a double take the next time you see some birds out in your travels. In Fallout, they usually lead to a new area with a loading screen, or they are just a static decoration, with no real way to interact with them. Still, while in the Mechanist layer, we can find a ladder that seems to break this rule. Around the RoboBrain area, we can find a ladder in front of some filing cabinets next to the brain storage room. Walking into this ladder will allow us to ascend it unlike any other in-game, as far as I know. Of course, if you know of any similar ladders in Fallout 4, hit the comments with their location. Strangely, this isn't a feature in the Fallout universe, and it only shows up once in a Fallout 4 DLC. Still, for whatever reason, this seems to be the only climbable ladder in Fallout 4.
It's slanted and how coding works.
4, one of the most fun experiences for some is building and decorating the settlements in the Commonwealth. Still, we can have some fun with items outside of this as well, and Fallout 4 is a little shy about it. First, holding down the interact button will grab whatever item you are looking at. While that could be pretty well known, maybe even rotating the object using the aim and the fire buttons you know as well. But you can also change the direction of the rotation by tapping the sprint button, making it easier to set things down the exact way you want them to be. Fallout 4 also has a built-in throw command. If you press and hold the reload button, it will charge up a throw, leading to some fun scenarios. Fallout 4 doesn't inform the player in a reliable way about some of these features, and they can be pretty helpful throughout the game. In Fallout 4, there are various clothing options, armor sets, and headgear that we can find and wear. One of the coolest things that we can find is the Assaultron helmets. Seemingly forged out of the hollow head of an actual Assaultron, these helmets provide good cover
opens and closes.
Look nice doing so. These helmets were introduced in the Automatron DLC. They can usually be found on Rust Devils, which is a robot-obsessed raider gang that the DLC brought with it as well. Hands down, the most unique feature of these helmets is the fact that they change based on what is going on with the player. If you draw your weapon, as you would in combat, the face closes on the Assaultron helmet, providing you with a little more protection during battle. When you holster your weapon, the front opens, allowing the wearer to see and speak better. This is a tremendous small detail, and I would love to see more features like this with armor in the future. Thank you to Zachary the Mad from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, one of the offered DLCs allows us to take control of Vault 88, clearing out various caves and underground sanctuaries to build the perfect vault for the human experiments Vault-Tec wants to conduct. If we head to University Point Pharmacy and clear a path to this back room, we can find quite an interesting sight. There's a rather unique stone statue wearing a sea captain's hat peeking up from the rubble with a glaring red eye greeting us. The eye itself seems to be made by scaling down pool balls and stacking them in a specific way. Taking a look behind the debris, we can see that not much more of the figure is modeled in-game. This is the only spot we see such a statue in Fallout 4, and it's a strange thing to come across when sweeping a seemingly uninteresting location. In Fallout 4, we're thrust into the Commonwealth naked and afraid. The world has changed so much since the sole survivor first entered Vault 111, but we have to make the most of the cards that we're dealt. There are plenty of items to be found all around the wasteland, but one junk item has nearly no use and weighs far too much to be worth the trouble of taking it back to your camp. The 160-pound dumbbell. Keen players will notice that this item is not a dumbbell at all, but rather a barbell. Still, it carries 160 pounds of weight, which will undoubtedly make it a chore for anyone looking to take it home. While these are a good source of lead, the dumbbells are the heaviest items that we can pick up and add to our inventory in-game. At least in this post-war world, you can still get some lifting done. But you will have quite the build if you plan on carrying these back to your stash. In the game,
We put our heart into celebrating moms.
Oh shit, is that
The
BOS?
farmers,
It is. Look at that, free BOS armor.
makers,
Between you and me stream, I love it when a BOS person accidentally dies. That way I can just scavenge all their armor, either hoard it or sell it. That way, technically, when they die, if you let them die, it's an infinite source of armor.
Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Take that. See if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful. Wait there. Check.
DLC Automatron, there exists a consumable brain that seems to have been cut from the final game. On the PC with console commands, we can place it in the inventory. Not much is known about this brain, but we can find it in one of the test cells for Fallout 4. Much past that, it's a real mystery on what the purpose of this item would be. Eating the brain grants +2 to intelligence and a -1 to endurance, but we cannot see an icon for the brain in the Pip-Boy or when inspecting it. But if we drop it on the ground, it will give us a great look. My best guess and top theory for why this brain was planned to be in the DLC is perhaps it would have been a component we needed to make robots like the Robo-Brain. Bethesda likely made it consumable to play into the Fallout vibe and offer a fun new food item to collect. Whatever the case may be, Bethesda ultimately decided to cut this brain from the final game, leaving us to wonder what exactly it was doing there in the first place. Thank you to Government Issue from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, one of the locations we can visit in the Nuka World DLC is the Welcome Center. This unmarked location was used to help visitors find their way around the Safari Adventure portion of the park, but now it's overrun by gator claws. When we enter the area, if we look up, we
Ooh,
can
you
see
think Mom's
some
vegan?
odd things in the
Oh,
sky.
never mind.
Looking closely, we can find a useless piece of machinery and a table with a working terminal on it. Strangely enough, the computer we find is a duplicate of Pam's terminal at the railroad's HQ. Regardless, it's strange to see things suspended in midair, let alone working technology. I'm not sure why we find these things here, but it's pretty interesting, and it makes me wonder what Pam has to do with Nuka World. Still, since I never side with the railroad, I guess I will never know. In Fallout 4, during the Automatron DLC, we will come to the Robco Sales and Service Center. This is where the sole survivor will confront the Mechanist and her army of robots, but it's also home to a charming old-school gaming Easter egg. While making our way to the Mechanist lair, we can jump up this wall and find a symbol monkey.
Oh, I saw that.
Jingles the Moon Monkey doll set up to look like they're playing video games in this corner. Of course, with some Nuka-Cola Quantum nearby. The game displayed on the screen looks to be a version of Pong, making this the oldest game to appear in the Fallout universe, as by the time of Fallout 4, Pong would have been released 315 years ago. This is an excellent reference to the history of video games and a delightful scene to see two friends gaming in the wasteland. This is about the only nice thing at this location, as the rest is a hellish slog through mechanical enemies, so soak it in while you can. Thank you to LTO and
What did she just do?
from the Discord server for suggesting
Send
this one. In Fallout 4, the government
What?
is the most fierce enemies you can face in the Commonwealth, taking inspiration from the pre-war armed forces of the United States when it comes to ranking and showing leaders look like child's play. One thing that gets a tiny mention in a terminal in the ruins of Quincy that often goes unnoticed by a vast majority of Fallout 4 players is the unique branding that most gunners carry on their foreheads. Looking closely at some of these marks, we can see letters tattooed to first aid with quick response. It's no surprise that the most highly trained group of mercenaries in the Commonwealth have such a system. Still, it is a small detail that many people have missed when dealing with the group due to their love for combat helmets and their habit of getting their heads blown off when near the sole survivor. In Fallout 4, new grenade mechanics were introduced to the series, allowing players to equip throwables and use them as secondary weapons without switching out of their primary weapons. This is a tremendous improvement on combat for the Fallout series. We can find a weapon in the game files for Fallout 4 that takes up the grenade slot but doesn't function like any other throwable in the game. The Lucky Rabbit's Foot. The only way to get our hands on this beauty is through the use of console commands, as it was cut from the final game. But having the charm equipped in your grenade slot will boost your earned XP by 10% and add 3 to your luck. The Rabbit's Foot unsurprisingly does no damage when thrown at an enemy and is really best used as a charm. It's fun to think about what the purpose of this foot really was, as it was to be added to Fallout 4 through the Nuka World DLC. So I would love to hear what you think this could have been a reward for, or where you think you could have been able to find it in the DLC.
That would have really good grenade slot.
Thank you to Genial Dragon from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we can come across Nuka World. This theme park is in surprisingly good condition due to the circumstances and has become overrun by raiders. While dangers loom around the park's outskirts, one creature was cut from the game. However, it still exists in the Fallout 4 game files, and if you have the Nuka DLC, you can use console commands to see for yourself.
Deathclaw.
The Quantum Deathclaw is precisely what it sounds like. A Deathclaw that has ingested so much Nuka Quantum, it is now glowing with the signature blue tint. These Deathclaw variants were going to be on par with the standard glowing Deathclaws that we have seen in the Commonwealth. Still, we can see this cut creature using console commands.
That's a beautiful creature. Sad that they scrapped it. I heard about that. They actually have their blood type on their
In Fallout.
This is the SCP Foundation.
That actually sounds like a good game.
Fallout 4, we
Hear that?
in Sanctuary Hills, based on the real-world Minuteman National Park. While in this pre-war world, we have limited time to interact with things before the game wants us to go to Vault 111. I want to take a look at a couple of things I found interesting about this area. First, the Vault Tech salesman has a clipboard. We never see what is on it usually, but taking the camera over to behind the man shows that it has paperwork that features the special system from Fallout. This relates to him having you set up your stats at the door. Another thing I have noticed about pre-war Sanctuary is that it is missing a lot of things that seem just to appear after the bombs drop, most notably the Sanctuary Hills sign. Other items include the bunker that can be found outside one of the houses and the playground equipment by the riverside. While it's strange that these things show up later, it makes sense that Bethesda didn't add them to the pre-war, as the player would never usually see these areas following the path of the game, especially since trying to leave will cause the bombs to drop. Thank you to Azzy from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we rescue Nick Valentine from Vault 114 and end up in Diamond City. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth lives up to its name for sure. This is by far the grandest settlement in the area, hosting great shops, interesting people, and the home of Kellogg. Before we chat with Nick in his office, we should head over to Kellogg's house, and with a master lockpick skill, we can unlock the door, allowing us to search the home's central area.
This woman was an O+.
Only spawns when the Nick quest is activated. When returning to the spot with Valentine, he will be surprised that the door isn't locked, and we are free to enter the house with him. This is just a nice small detail for players with the forethought and lockpick skill to think ahead.
They had something on their back. How would they find out blood types? I mean, where did they get the technology?
Door's not even locked. Let's head inside.
Thank you to Voida from the Discord.
Oh, hey, look, it's Matt Peabody. He's probably gonna say, "Can you please help me find my son?"
Hi.
Yes. Yeah?
That's close enough.
What are you doing out here?
This is our home. We've lived here since before. We lost our friends, our family, even our son when the bombs dropped. Now we just have each other.
Hey,
Yeah. Huh?
For suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, when we are at the Nuka World theme park, we will meet the three factions that call the area home: the Pack, the Operators, and the Disciples. Throughout the DLC, we will choose which gangs we like the most and help them accomplish their goals. Some Fallout 4 players may have missed a very well hidden Easter egg on the roof of the Disciples' headquarters. When scaling the concrete structure, if we jump from a railing to the top of Nisha's shack, we can get to the very top of this building. We will then see a one-of-a-kind sight behind a Jingles doll and a campfire. A miniature figurine that looks to be of Han Solo from the Star Wars franchise is frozen in carbonite and seems to be resting here. The most peculiar part of this whole encounter is that if the sole survivor shoots the figure, it will bleed as if it were a living enemy. I imagine this is just a fan of the movie showing their love with a bit of a tongue-in-cheek reference, and it's fun to find this kind of stuff in open-world games. The blood coming from the object is a really nice touch, and I believe it drives home the Easter egg even more. Thank you to Red Zeo Power Ranger from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we can find many locations filled with stories from the past. Whether it's an old highway, a rundown house, or even ancient businesses, the Fallout universe showcases the pre-war well. Almost flash frozen at the moment the bombs dropped. Downtown Boston hosts a ton of these types of locations, and one unmarked bar may look familiar to some people, and there is a good reason for that. The Prost Bar in the Boston Commons area is a near exact replica of the bar from the hit 80s show, Cheers. The layout of the pub is spot on, and the skeletons littered around the inside represent characters from the show, including Fraser Crane, who would go on to have a successful spin-off show of his own. Prost translates to cheers from German, so this is no coincidence. Fallout 4 is filled with great Easter eggs like this, but this bar has to be one of the most blatant and one of my favorites. So make sure to stop by and grab a drink where everybody knows your name, even if it's been 200 plus years since they were alive. Thank you to Crimson Fox 36 from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we can find General Atomic's Galleria. This is a small neighborhood of shops run by robots. This means that these robots continued their duties long after this was built, waiting for customers to service until
They all like.
It is here that we can find Back Alley Bowling, home to
Oh, you
who
wonder if
will
he's talking about the
survive as
cash.
they enter the alley.
What happens if he pays
Entering the lanes without
$1,000?
the permission of the robot will cause all three robots in Back Alley Bowling to become hostile. While we may be able to convince Tenpin to let us in, if we come prepared, it won't be an issue. It seems before the war, it was $5,000 to get a lane going in this bowling alley. So if we happen to have $5,000 pre-war money on us, we can give this to Tenpin, who will continue to treat us like a customer. We can even go bowling, as one of the lanes still has 10 pins set up. There is nothing like an ice-cold Nuka-Cola and hitting the lanes to really take the edge off after a long day in the Commonwealth. Shout out to Nostalgion on Discord for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we can come across the Cabot House, an out-of-place pristine mansion just outside of downtown Boston. We learn that the Cabots have access to a mysterious serum that has some pretty radical health benefits, keeping the family in a semi-immortal state, halting aging, and purging all radiation from the subject. It's quite impressive. We can get our hands on a few doses of the mysterious serum after the Cabot quest is completed. So now, we should take one of these to Far Harbor. The island is covered in thick fog that leaves the inhabitants incredibly rad-sick. One such person is Andre. Andre is in the bait shop under the watchful eye of the town doctor. Still, we can offer our own help here without meeting the standard checks to do so, if we have the mysterious serum in our inventory. It's nice to see things get called back into DLCs and late-game content. Someone playing Fallout 4 might think, well, the serum solves this type of problem, and having that be an option in-game is an excellent example of attention to small detail, which Far Harbor has in spades. In Fallout 4, many pre-war treasures are waiting for us to get our hands on them. Commonwealth is filled with random junk and objects that, while some just pass by without a second thought, hold more than meets the eye. Inside the many buildings that call the Boston area home, some of these items have been more preserved, perhaps shielded from the outside stresses. One of these objects is the globe, for which we can find many scattered across the wasteland. Typically, we will see clean versions of this inside vaults and other high-tech facilities. However, we can still find a bunch of antique globes out in the more common areas. In Jamaica Plain, we can find a building hosting treasures and an exhibit downstairs. The showcase features many unique objects, like the 2076 World Series baseball bat and a car that won a derby. Still, this room hosts the rarest globe in Fallout 4. The Classroom Globe is the only one of its kind in Fallout 4. While it shares a texture with its antique globe counterpart, it is considered a different item. You can break the globe down for components if you want, but with how rare the item is, you may just want to display it in your settlement. In Fallout 4, the Commonwealth is filled with places to discover and settlements for the sole survivor to call home. Not all areas we can build and take over are settlements though, and Diamond City can be a potential home base for the player. After hundreds of hours into Fallout 4, I only recently learned about this elevator. First off, I somehow missed this entire elevator in all of my playthroughs. Still, once we use the lift, we can talk to Geneva about purchasing a house in Diamond City. It will cost 2,000 caps to get the key to home plate, but we will find a lovely dwelling and a new fast travel location inside the city. It's important to note that home plate has far less building options than standard settlements, and that its lighting is pre-built into a fuse box, so scrapping everything here isn't recommended. Regardless, this is a nice little house right next to the Diamond City market that I only just recently discovered that you could purchase. But what about you? Did you know about this player home?
Yeah,
Let me know in the comments
I
below.
have it as a home.
A lot of people over the past couple of months have suggested this on the Discord server, and if you want to chat about Fallout or tell me about a video idea, consider joining the TKS Mantis Experience Discord server by following the link in the description below. In Fallout 4, Nuka World acts as a post-war wonder, an old world theme park that is still in working order and operated by various tribes of raiders. Amongst the rides and attractions, we can find a ton of interesting things, and the funhouse holds one of the creepiest. Once we make it to the spinning room, behind one of the doors, we can find two mannequins standing beside a baby crib, with a disassembled man inside the crib. Not only is this visual creepy on its own, but many players have suggested this scene is supposed to represent the sole survivor and their spouse and their desperation to find Sean, as well as a probable tragic outcome. Fallout as a series is filled with terrific examples of environmental storytelling, and this room stands out as one of the most jarring scenes we can find. Suddenly the funhouse doesn't seem so fun anymore. Thank you to Bones from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, one of the unmarked locations we can find deep within the city is the South Boston Church. On first look, it seems this boarded up building cannot be entered, but if we head through the graveyard, we can find an entrance to the cellar. Inside, the first thing our eye is drawn to is the beautiful altar dedicated to a cat, whom the Fallout 4 Vault Dweller's survival guide identifies as Mr. Tittles. We can find a live cat here, next to a pile of skeletons, which seems to indicate the animal in the demise of these people. At least that's the vibe I got when I saw the scene. There is a fully assembled motorcycle down here in the church's underbelly that's in pretty good shape
Rock
as
and roll
well.
warnings
Still,
exploding
more
now.
interestingly, there is a hidden portrait of a colonial-era man behind the shrine to Mr. Tittles. Unmarked locations are always fun to explore in the Fallout universe, and this is one of the more mysterious ones.
Man, Tornado
make
just
sure
pressed
to
a
come pay
Joplin.
your respects to the cat god the next time you find yourself in downtown Boston. In Fallout 4, there are several vaults that we can visit, most of which we can find the corresponding jumpsuits for in our travels. I, myself, enjoy collecting vault jumpsuits in Fallout 4 and storing them in their own case, never to be seen or worn again. Two vaults in the Commonwealth area do not have jumpsuits that we can find, Vault 75 and Vault 95. While we can see these vaults in-game, there is no way to obtain their jumpsuits in the world. These jumpsuits are still in the game though, and on PC we can use console commands to get them into our inventory. While rather unremarkable by themselves, it makes you wonder why these vault suits were cut from Fallout 4. The only other cut vault jumpsuit is from Vault 101. This, of course, is the vault that the Lone Wanderer left in Fallout 3, but it obviously does not appear in Fallout 4. I like to think that this Vault 101 jumpsuit was originally going to be an Easter egg that we could find in the Commonwealth, making an unmistakable reference to Fallout 3 with a slight nod to the main vault from the game. For whatever reason, the devs decided to cut these jumpsuits from the final game. We may never know what the original plans were. Still, I would love to hear what you guys think the original idea for the Vault 101 jumpsuit was going to be in Fallout 4 in the comments below. Thank you to... Ganoush from the Discord server for pointing this one out. In Fallout 4, we travel to Far Harbor, an island with heavy fog and even heavier stories. The small port town is in constant fear of the local creatures that call the Foggy Bog home, and the other inhabitants of the island, the Children of Adam. Far Harbor is based on the real-world location of Far Harbor in the state of Maine. And while the luxury and pristine beauty may be all but gone from the area by the events of Fallout 4, that doesn't mean we can't find remnants of its past littering the area. The shops around town still have pre-war trinkets for travelers that come through the port. These items feature the original name of the city, Bar Harbor, though strangely, these items misspell the state of Maine, leaving the E off for whatever reason. Perhaps in the Fallout universe, Maine was spelled this way, though it is more likely it was a flub from one of the game devs. I do think it would be pretty hard not to notice such a glaring error though. The Fallout world has many towns that simply change their name based on damaged signs, but we rarely find evidence of their past. These items are perfect for nostalgic wasteland wanderers who may just have a case of the old world blues. In Fallout 4, the sole survivor can find a ton of consumables on their journey through the Commonwealth. From helpful chems to wasteland delicacies, there is plenty to see in the Boston area. When speaking to the fine citizens of the wasteland, we can skip through the dialogue, which will cause the sole survivor to periodically interrupt the conversation.
That's unlikely. So what'll...
So what kind of...
Anything that can cure... No.
However, suppose we drink some alcohol before we speak to the people. In that case, this will be changed to a more disoriented speech pattern with some funny lines replacing the typical ones, showing that the sole survivor is drunk.
One-time conclusion. Not enough for you, Smooth?
Yep. Not looking to buy right now.
Disappointing.
Did you say something about
That's right. So you need...
ghoul?
You're looking at
Sing it,
doing
brother.
wonders.
Wait, you're 200?
Okay,
I agree.
do you know?
Thank you to Pumpkin from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, we can come across the Reeb Marina, a quaint little spot on the coast that is swarming with blood bugs. Still, what we can find inside is most interesting when it comes to this place. We are greeted by a Mr. Handy robot calling us Eugene and telling us we have a surprise from our brother Malcolm waiting for us in the other room. Looking around, we can find notes between the two brothers showing rising animosity. On Eugene's terminal, we can find logs showing he was planning some kind of trap for his annoying brother, and the two had planned on sailing away, as they had showed up right after the bombs dropped. The Mr. Handy will lead us into a room with a one-of-a-kind item, the Happy Birthday Sweet Roll. This is the only one we can find in Fallout 4, and it's decorated with candles. Unfortunately, the sole survivor doesn't have long to enjoy this treat, as we will get ambushed by 3 Mr. Handys that the brothers kept around the marina. The Sweet Roll itself is great for rare item collectors and would make an excellent decoration for any player home. Still, you won't have to worry about anyone stealing it if you eat it right away. As we are all familiar with in Fallout 4, we wake up in a cryogenic tube and start our Commonwealth adventure after a brief pre-war segment. The first enemies we come across are radroaches that have infested the dank vault underground. During the fight with these bugs, we can use VATS to target them more accurately. The problem with this is, we haven't picked up a Pip-Boy yet, meaning the sole survivor is capable of using VATS without one. And there's a terminal in the Institute that reads, in select Gen 3 units, the synthetic brain is indeed capable of accepting specific enhancements to the visual cortex, basal ganglia, and right parietal cortex. The result is substantially improved combat effectiveness due to 2 factors. An increased understanding of weapon accuracy to the extent that the combatant can actually visualize the percentage of effectively hitting targets, or smaller areas on those targets. And 2, an altered sense of perception that mimics the effect of slowing or even stopping time. Using this info, mixed with the myriad of other hints in Fallout 4, I can safely assume the Sole Survivor is a synth replacement made to take Father's place once he passes on. Many people have said that the Courier in New Vegas can use VATS before getting the Pip-Boy as well, but this is not true. The Sole Survivor is the only player character that has this ability. Thank you to Genial Dragon from the Discord server for suggesting this one. In Fallout 4, each location we find has small details and sometimes great stories.
Oh.
The Commonwealth is a pretty big area, and I'm always impressed with how much can be packed into a Fallout map when hanging out in Game World. One of the more humorous lines in the Fallout series.
I forgot about this reference.
Saxon Array in N03D, a location I've covered before on the channel.
I forgot all about
message written in green on a
that
wall.
reference.
This has always been one of my favorite gags, and in Fallout 4, we can see a bit of a throwback to it. We can find these.
Oh my god, I just ran into that!
West of Suffolk County.
Oh my goodness! Dude, as I encountered it in the game, I watched a video like, it's like, oh yeah, look. You look nice today. That is funny. I like that. The devs...
This has always been one of my favorite gags, and in Fallout 4, we can see a bit of a throwback to it. We can find these concrete installations just southwest of Suffolk County Charter School. Approaching the one in the center and opening the door, we can see a far more polite message, which many have used as evidence that Fallout has become more bubblegum under Bethesda. Once the door is opened, a leveled, sometimes legendary, sentry bot will spawn directly behind the pillar. I believe they're trying to imply that the bot is coming out of the door in the back, but he simply just spawns behind the concrete structure. I have always viewed this as a funny reference to an even more amusing encounter. Regardless of its purpose, callbacks to previous titles are always welcome to me, and this is one of the best. Thank you.
With the YouTube Music app, you can blend up to 30 artists into one big custom radio station.
Okay, I'm not kidding you. I was going here and I did I found the You Look Nice Today Easter egg, and I opened it and killed the bot. And just as I did that, I'm watching about the Easter egg. I'm like, dude, absolute lol. You look nice today. Yeah, you look nice today. Frickin' bitch Lori spawns right behind and starts vibe checking everybody in sight. Yeah, if you open that door, you will find a robot. And it will just spawn and start messing shit up. Apparently, if you open the door, it's a FU. Back in the other game, like in Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I'm approaching him like, what is this? Because I remember, like, I remember this Easter egg. Like, yeah, you would open the door, and it'd say, like, you look nice today. And it'd spawn something behind or something. And I'm like, yeah, I finally refound it. The skeleton though, that's good. I gotta find that. Oh, dude, that, oh, as I literally get spooked. Okay. I believe that is Galaxy, yeah, that is Galaxy News Network. Don't the Gunners have a radio here? Oh shit, you know what, I just remembered, some idiot has a fat man over here, so we need to get ready for someone to start lobbing nukes all the way to Timbuktu. Should be able to survive a nuke. Hey dude, I really suggest you stop walking and just turn around. Walk around. Stop. Stop. Stop walking this way.
To the roads. You got
Stick to the roads and you're gonna end up near this. And gunners don't like people like you. They don't like people like me either. So I suggest you stop walking and start turning around and going the other way. Okay, let's start vibe checking these guys. That guy right there, he's on top. Is there a back door entrance to this place? I doubt it. Yeah, I'm getting ready. Do I have a... Oh, I have a critical. Yes, I almost have 2 criticals ready to be dumped onto this ass. Oh, I could see behind him. Which I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sneak behind him. We should be able to vibe check him. Unless there's a guard right behind. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh my gosh, yes. Yum. That's him. Her. Oh shit. Oh. There goes the mini nuke. She only has 1. Did I get her? Oh, no I didn't. Okay, we got her.
Heads up. Stay there. Moving out. Hold up. On me. See if she had anything.
What did I tell you? I told you, don't. Oh shit, he's crippled. Woo, that was a close one. Try again. Oh, damn, that sucks. Gotta try one more time. Ah, that sucks. Finessed. Oh, shit. Wait, be back. I need to go get a drink. I'm thirsty. So, anybody get some severe weather today? It's not it says there's a thunderstorm. There's no thunderstorms outside. No lightning. No lightning, see it? It's just black. Black, 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 black outside. Hopefully none of you got hit by any tornadoes. It was pretty bad today. Like there was a high chance issues, and they never do that. Okay guys, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. I'm like parched a little bit. Oh man, too bad I need more Coca-Cola bottles. Like Nuka-Cola pop bottles. Sorry it took like 5 years. I don't know why I don't use my fridge. I have it. There's a fridge in my basement. I don't use it. Oh, shit. Give me a second. though.
Hey. Look alive.
Hold on, sorry, I have to do one more thing. Shit. Okay, sorry guys, I just had to ban someone because they're being a creep. Don't be a goddamn creep. I don't really have a whole lot of rules on this channel. Just don't be a hateful person, don't be a creep or predator, and don't be a dick, alright? It's my only really big rules. Smoking these assholes.
if he had anything worth taking. Look alive.
Oh. Oh.
Wait there. Hey.
Huh? Wait, oh, she's on the other side of the wall. I never even knew you could do that. I don't know, you can actually like rotate them with the sprint button.
Heads up, check it out. See if there's anything there.
We leave nothing behind. And trap. And Nuka-Cola Quantum right there. Wait, there's a gunner in here. Yep. Oh boy.
Hey, head over there. Take anything good. Hey. Heads up.
Why did I have to just set?
Heads up. Grab that. Look alive. Get that. Pick that up. Go there. Take that.
So you ready? Hey, I need to borrow something. Ready? And...
Got it.
I knew that was gonna happen. Ready? We're about to clean these asshats out. Damn, come on. Man, we are kicking some ass.
Look alive.
Nice.
Hey, see if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Hey, take that. Grab anything useful. See if he had anything worth taking. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Hey, grab that. Hold position. Get that. Heads up. Pick that up. Take that. Grab anything useful. Heads up. See if he had anything worth taking. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Look alive. Grab that. Heads up. There. See if she had anything. Take that. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. alive. Take that weapon. That's it.
Who's there?
Pick that up. Hey, take that. See if she had anything. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Take that. See if she had anything. See if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Hey, get that rifle. Pick that up. Take that. See if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Sweet. Hey, move out. Take that. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Take that. Grab that. Get that. Pick that up. Take that. Grab that.
going down.
Okay, go. Heads up. Heads up here. Look alive. See if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful. Check it out. See if there's anything there. Take anything good. Get that. Pick that up. Take that. See if he had anything worth taking. Grab anything useful.
Oh, I was muted. Dude, that kill though. I got the gunner in front of this corporal. Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna just stop because I have to get up early tomorrow. Or today. But god damn, that guy got smoked. He walked right in front of my